I always do this. Every time we start recording, I'm like, I'm forgetting something. What is it? I don't think it's anything. It's never anything, but I always think it. Like, it's not hard, right? Like, record audio, record video. Are both going? Good. And I'm sitting there like, but am I recording smell?
Well, no, but there's like, it's just scary. It's also just the fright factor. I feel like is this gonna all record nice and smoothly, or
Well, no, but there's things too. Like, I gotta make sure. So because we record this through OBS now.
Yeah.
I gotta look and be like, okay, the mics are live in Audacity, but they're not live through OBS.
Yeah.
I don't want them there. I gotta make sure that this isn't pulling up random desktop audio, so that if fucking Windows Defender is like update, it doesn't do that shit. I think I'm good. I think we're good. And if it's not good, I'm sorry. Send your complaints to Brian Miller.
Yeah. You can contact him at. Thank you for bleeping that out. I was talking to my brain.
Oh, okay. Thank you, brain, for doing the editing for me. Yeah, I guess we're already going. So.
We're here.
We're here. We're good. Miitopia is a game that we're playing, but that we're not going to talk about right now because I wanted to talk to Akhtar about Mario Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine.
Because
okay.
I've been playing. We're gonna have people go on outings while I talk about this shit.
Wait. Buy Mikey stuff first.
What do I want? Oh, that's right. The shit that I didn't buy last time with the cool ass fucking duster.
Fucking buy it this time.
Is that a duster or is that just a trench coat? What's the difference? I don't know.
A duster is long like that.
Okay.
It's black and leather.
Okay, so that's just a trench coat.
That is, it's a trench coat. Detective type.
Detective type. Thank you for actually buying it this time, you fuckwad. Hey. So I've been playing a little bit of Mario Sunshine recently because I don't know why I've been on a 3D Mario kick, and I feel like I was saying to you right before we recorded, that game's kind of weirdly broken.
Yeah. Because
first of all, the controls are pretty clunky.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't work, like it works, but it's like kind of clunky. It's hard to like. And now, granted, I'm coming off of Mario Odyssey and more modern Mario games, which control like fucking butter. But I don't know. It's just it's fucking weird. I feel like I constantly run into like the designers put in little things to just like shortcuts to make the player do certain things.
Yeah.
So I think about the infamous like pachinko level, right?
Okay.
Where you're launching up and you're trying to get the red coins in the spots, but like. So there's a couple ways you can approach it, right? You can actually launch up, or you can like wall jump up and try to get down. But like when you get to a certain part, it won't let you wall jump off like the side of like the little pachinko launcher thing.
Yeah.
So like, it's like they knew players were gonna try to do that, so they like just put in a little segment of the wall where it's like, just don't let them wall jump there.
What?
So it's weird. You have to like kind of get it just right so you can barely get over the. It's hard to explain this without like seeing
the visual. Yeah.
But there's shit like that. There's the fact that when it launches you, like you automatically go a certain way until you're allowed to have like some kind of control over it. But like even like the water jets don't have very good control. Fucking everything has like. It's like you're married to like every like animation you do. You have very little control over like jumps when you go someplace, or I don't know. The mobility feels weird. Some of the levels are, and I'm talking about like the more like platformy stuff. You go into like little like caves, and it's like here's a bunch of floating blocks in the abyss.
Yeah.
Try to get to the end.
Yeah.
And get the shine. Some of those are just fucking aggravating. Because what happens is like Mario will get you have like random like objects that are just rotating, and like the geometry will fuck up, so like Mario will like launch off when he didn't do anything.
You didn't do it, yeah.
There's a lot of times where I feel like I hit jump and Mario just doesn't do it. There was one segment I saw, and it didn't happen to me, but I saw gameplay of it where there were these like floating blocks where Mario jumped on, and he just fell through it, just clipped right through the entire block. And I'm sitting there and like playing this game and watching footage of it. And I'm like, this might be the worst made Mario game ever. and it's upsetting because there are a lot of things I like about Sunshine that's like really cool conceptually.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fun there. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's the worst of what 3D Mario has to offer because it just seems broken.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's weird.
Well, the pachinko thing really fucks with me because it seems like they purposely changed the core mechanics of the game to force you to use the pachinko fucking mechanic instead.
Yeah.
That's dumb, number one. Number two, you're falling through shit and you're getting launched when you're doing nothing.
Right.
So there's obviously, they didn't like fuck around with the physics well enough.
Yeah, and there's like weird like collision issues or whatever. Like it's, I don't know. And even just from a design standpoint, like there's stuff there to just make the player angry.
Yeah.
Not to add in more challenge. Like there's little wind gusts in the game that'll just like fly at you, like whenever you're up on like, you know, a high location or whatever. And the thing is, it's not like an added fun platforming challenge. It's just like, hey, you're up really high, and if you fall down, you'd have to redo all of this. Let's send wind gusts at you and blow you off. And it's like, I want to play more of the game, but I can only play it in like 15, 20-minute spurts because something like that will happen, and I'll get so mad I'll just quit out of it. I'm like, no, fuck it. Fuck that. Fuck that. I spent the past 15 minutes getting up to this part, and now I have to redo it all. Yeah. Not because I died, not because I didn't platform well, but because the game said, pooh, gust of wind, go away. What fucking bullshit. Oh, and the biggest complaint, I know I'm not playing, I'm sorry, I gotta get this off my chest. The fucking camera in that game sucks
so
my goddamn
bad.
ass.
You
cannot see anything. I would take the wind gusts if I had full camera control and could see where he is, but if it's like fucking behind me or whatever, I cannot fucking see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So you can't even prepare for it.
Yeah.
It's broken. Like, I don't know. I've only ever heard praise for the game. It's only recently I've heard that it's kind of polarizing. I feel like amongst my friends group, I only ever heard praise for it. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, there's good here. I'm not saying it's all bad. But for 3D Mario, I do think it's, like, the worst of the bunch.
Shit.
By a pretty large margin.
Well, they had a pretty low bar to work with, too, because I think that was the next 3D Mario that came out since Mario 64, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, I guess when you come from something like that, you'll definitely praise it more. It came with a whole bunch more mechanics.
And here's the thing, because I'm playing this through the 3D collection on the Switch.
Yeah.
So I played some of like 64 too, and 64 is clunky, clearly.
Yeah.
Like, and you want to say fucking Sunshine has a bad camera? No game has a worse camera than fucking 64. Like, camera's terrible, and it plays pretty clunky. But never have I ran into like any like collision issues or weird shit where Mario wouldn't jump when I tell him to or whatever. Like it all works. It's just primitive, you know? So like as games have gotten better, we've grown past Mario 64. But for what it is in that snapshot of time, I think it's pretty good. For what Sunshine is in that snapshot of time, you know, not that it's a platformer, but during the time games like Wind Waker and stuff like that came out, I'm sitting there like, they could have done way better. Yeah. They could have done way better. It's a little weird.
I'll have to revisit the game myself now and see because, I told you before, I think I only really remember the first like 30 minutes to an hour and a half of that game because it was all either Delfino Plaza or that first area with like the palm trees and everything and that little, you know, I forget what it's called. But yeah, everything after that is just a fucking blur, and it might be because it was probably like exactly like that, like too weirdly constructed for me to even like care to go any further. Yeah. Now that I'm older and fucking just more determined to do shit than I have ever have been, I might have to try that out now and see for myself.
Yeah. Well, because like. And this is the same thing with like the Resident Evil games and stuff. I've been on like a kick to play like classic games that I've never really played much of. But so we're trying to get faces, right? Is that the goal we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a strawberry thing. Let me kill this real quick. So like, you know, having Sunshine and stuff, I'm like, oh, here's, you know, a pretty classic Mario game I've never really played that much of. I want to try to sink. God, they're strong. What the fuck? Yeah. I wanted to sink my teeth into it and like just. I don't know. It's it's been more frustrating than fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even just because it's like old, like, you know, to put it in perspective, I've also been playing Resident Evil 4, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that game has its frustrating moments, but overall it's mostly fun. Like,
Yep.
I think it holds up surprisingly well.
Yeah.
And I cannot say that about Sunshine. I feel like Sunshine is showing its age in spades, and even then, I feel like for the time it was released, which, I don't know, 2002, something?
Yeah.
I feel like even for that time, it just doesn't seem good, so I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of weird too, because a lot of the Nintendo games, especially during the GameCube days, were pretty well made. Like
Yeah.
they were pretty solid. Like I said, man, I'll have to look back into it. And speaking of old fucking Resident Evil games, those things, they do suck. The camera and everything, the fixed camera angle. I know those games suck, dude. I don't know what it is with me. I just know now just how to deal with it and just how the fucking camera just functions. So I guess to me, like, whenever I play those games, it's more of just like I really am taking a nice walk through happy times.
Yeah.
Whereas with someone like who hasn't experienced those types of games, like, you know, or hasn't really sunk their teeth into those old school types, I can see why it would be frustrating. That is really, like, it's funny to say, but as far as like shitty games, there's a lot of shitty games that have come out throughout the years of this new generation of video games, but they still a lot of them still do control better than fixed camera angles and tank controls.
Yeah. Well, it is surprising, like, how far we've come, because you're right, there are a lot of modern games that honestly do suck ass, but it almost, or I should say, very rarely has to do with how a game controls.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gotten controls down pretty fucking well.
Pretty well.
And if a game has bad controls, it's like the first thing we notice where it's like, that shit, figure that out.
Yeah.
So it's easy to, like, forget how good we have it in terms of that stuff. Because, again, playing some of those older games, despite the fact that in their own right they're masterpieces and they do a lot of things well, there's a weird disconnect trying to, like, play them with modern sensibilities and how we control games now. Because here's another thing that I didn't even realize. In the original Mario Sunshine, like, all the fucking, like, camera controls were inverted.
Yeah.
Like, luckily by default that isn't the case with the 3D collection one, but like, what a fucking decision. Because, like, I can almost see the argument for wanting, like, the up and down inverted. Some people like that, but, like,
left and right,
like when you turn it, like, I don't know, it seems like such a bizarre choice.
But why do I remember, even back then, when it just, now I would, every time I see inverted, I'm like, go fuck yourself. But, like, back then, I did have inverted controls, and, like, I feel like I did prefer that back then.
I mean, maybe it was
sucks.
just
stupid.
It was just what we had, and we didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's so much of that stuff is just completely ass backwards, and you're just like, man, I can't believe we just, like, this was like the norm for video games back then. We all just said, yep, this is good. And then some brave soul was like, yeah, but what if it doesn't have to be bad? And everyone was like, what? You could do that?
What if Up actually just did Up, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, I have to apologize to the viewers at home if my throat is shot. I was on, like, a 2-hour conversation with Brian, just, like, bitching about life. And then Akhtar came over, and then for, like, 3 hours, we continued bitching about life. So I'm on, like, 5 hours of nonstop talking, and my throat feels like death. But that's okay. We're here to bring content to the people.
Yes. We are the insatiable dynamic duo of content.
Content.
Oh.
I do, you know, all this Mario talk, though, I do have 3D World now, so at some point I would like to record that with you. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Dude, I have to get 3D World myself too, especially for that Bowser's Fury DLC.
It's fun, dude. I really like it.
Yeah. Well, I hope that's like the future of all Mario games to come now.
Well, dude, it's so cool. So, like I was kind of saying, like it's sort of like open world Mario.
Yeah.
Like you have this map and you go through like little segments and all that and solve your puzzles, do your platforming. But like you get, so as you get like power ups, you know, like obviously you'll transform, but you can also like bank them, and then you can choose which one to use. So say you're like Cat Mario, but you want to turn into like Tanuki Mario. You can use the Tanuki power up. And then it'll bank your cat power up back in like your little thing there. Yeah, so you can use it for later, and you can decide when to use it and stuff, which I think is really smart.
I heard even like all the little things in that expansion are fucking phenomenal too. Like every little new segment that you go to all has different music. It's all like different, like a different puzzle, of course, and everything about it like is just it's just one fluid change as well.
Yeah,
which is fantastic. Like I said, if they make an entire game that's like that, I would literally, I'd be like, shut up and take my money. So, at least from like what I've seen in gameplay for it too, he liked that.
That's the same thing my character did earlier.
Yeah.
Like all of us are just like getting anally probed by these cactuses, and we're loving it. That's the kind of team we have saving the world right now. Just so everyone's aware.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
But yeah, I definitely, from what I've seen of that, and it's only like a 3-hour thing, right? It's only like a 3-hour expansion, but it's like
I hear it's not very long. I haven't gotten too far in it, but no, I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I think it's really good, and it's fun too because like, you know, occasionally like Mega Bowser shows up to fuck shit up. So like there's different ways you can handle it. Like there's little like light towers that you know, you collect these, like, they're like cat shines or whatever they're called, I don't know. But you can use them to light towers to make them go away. Or if you have enough of those, you can like become giant cat Mario and like fight them and shit. It's really cool.
What? I have to get it now. God damn it. If it goes on a good sale, I'll definitely get it.
But yeah, well, I bought it. It was on sale through fucking GameFly. Do you remember GameFly?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I saw online there was a post like, yeah, get it. You know, I think it was like $20 off or whatever. That's for any deal. Mario game is like the best deal you're gonna get. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do that.
I don't have any of like the 3DS Marios. Actually, I have like maybe like I have 2 actually. I have the remake of the Superstar Saga and the one where Paper Mario shows up with normal Mario. So I have to still play those 2. I heard great things about them. I heard great things about literally every Mario game that's ever comes out, honestly.
Most of them are great, and then there's Sunshine.
And then there's...
Yeah, I don't know. And again, being on this kick, I've been playing more of Mario Odyssey. Because, I mean, again, that game has, I don't know, fucking like 900 moons you can collect or whatever.
Jesus.
And I don't even have 400 yet, so I got a lot of work to do. But that game is so fucking charming. Like, I don't know, everything about it is just like, first of all, it controls like a dream. Like, every world is just so vibrant. There's so much to do. I don't know. It's so easy to like fall in love with that game. And I say this as someone, I don't even consider myself to be like a huge Mario fan.
Yeah.
I like Mario well enough, but like, I said it to you, and I mean it. I think of like the 3D platformers I've played, and I'm including stuff like the Banjo games and all that stuff. I think Odyssey is my favorite. I think it's the best one I've played.
No way.
Yeah.
Shit. Now that you mention it, I think it might. Well, the main reason why Banjo-Kazooie is probably my favorite one was that's the one that I've 100%ed.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I've 100%ed. I haven't even. I get anxiety in trying to 100% something like Mario 64 because I feel like that game is so much just bigger than what Banjo-Kazooie is. And I feel like they did a lot more risky stuff with Mario 64. So that's one of those things, but I don't know. I think I have to play all of them and see for myself now. Because Mario 64 also came out on 3DS, didn't it? Or no, it came out on the Nintendo DS.
Yes. DS, I think. That sounds right. I forget which one.
I just feel like those games are just much better when they're portable, especially like now that Galaxy's on the Nintendo Switch. I really wish Galaxy 2 somehow got on the Switch as well, so I can just have.
I've never played Galaxy 2. I've played a lot of Galaxy 1, and I love that game.
Mm-hmm.
That game's really good. Until Odyssey, that was probably like one of my favorite platformers.
Really?
Yeah. The only downside about Galaxy on Switch is that because it was originally made for the Wii.
Yeah.
So there are some mechanics that had like
controls?
a Wiimote, and not even motion controls so much, but stuff that just had a Wiimote in mind, like pointing a Wiimote at the screen.
Okay.
Because like that was something you would do, like you can use your Wiimote to like shoot star bits at stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know that there's a way to do it with the controller if you're playing on a TV. That's kind of weird. Or if you're playing handheld, you have to like tap the screen and stuff.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun. It works. It's fine. It's just, it's one of those things where like, I know this isn't how this was designed, and the seams are kind of showing themselves.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's just overall Mario's just always seemed
something you like. What a fucking miracle.
Yeah, but I don't know. Mario's just always seemed like a lot of times they either hit or miss, but wow.
Jesus.
But most of the times they really do hit.
Yeah.
Of course you would hate it. Why would you love Radish? It's fucking. Well, let's see if Snake, who doesn't like anything, likes it. Oh, okay, Jotaro. Thank you. Well, that was really well worth the money.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Holy shit. All right. But yeah. Even like the 2D Marios are fucking great. Like my favorite 2D Mario to this day is fucking Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that one. And also Mario 3.
Yeah, Super Mario 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 that's one of those things where like if I were to sit there and like both those games I consider to be masterpieces. But if you still got time? Okay. Both those games I consider to be masterpieces, but like I never had a Super Nintendo growing up. So
yeah.
3 was the one I played religiously, and I didn't play Super Mario World until later in life. And that was a game where immediately I was like, oh, this game's wonderful. It's really good. But 3's the one that's like the special place in my heart.
And that was the one that actually introduced the whole map walking shit too.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one. Oh, God. Mario.
Oh, Mario.
Man. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't realize, like, I'm happy to have, like, a modern opinion or, like, a modern take on what how Sunshine has aged since. I really want to see it for myself so I can understand the frustration. I remember the bird being a bitch.
For the bird. I haven't done the bird yet, but I know of the bird. You know what I want to do? Maybe this would be a terrible idea, but I think it'd be a lot of fun. I would like to do, again, if it's just you and me, or if it's us and some of the other people, whoever wants to, I think it would be fun to like do a like drinking game.
Oh boy.
Through Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
Where it's like, so it'd be a pass off the controller thing. We'd each play, like, we'd each try to get a shine, right?
Yeah.
And if you get the shine, maybe we could do it something where like the person gets the shine, everyone else has to take a drink, or they die and they have to drink.
Yeah.
But no matter what, if you die or get a shine, then you pass it off to the next person. Okay. And they can either try to get that shine or a different one, whatever they want to do. But I think it'd be fun to like try to make a game out of it.
I'd be down. Well, I actually like how, you get a shine, you pass the controller, right? And you don't have to take a drink, but every time you die having to take a drink, every time you die having to get the shine, you should take a drink.
Yeah.
I like that. But after you die, you shouldn't pass the controller. You still have to get a shine.
Oh, so you want to just keep going until you get the shine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. But I do think if we do it that way, then when you get the shine, then everyone else has to take a drink, but not you.
Yes, yeah. I like that. Who's that?
That's Tugs.
Oh!
What's up, Tugs?
Yo! What are you doing back there, Tugs?
Well,
okay, Tugs.
He's doing his namesake. Listen, he's a lonely guy. You got to give him something.
Well, with that face, man, it wasn't just. It was like he was just staring him down, like.
Just full eye contact, like really asserting dominance.
He's not enjoying it. He's just doing it to be dominant.
Well, like you said, it's hard to walk with an erection, so you got to do something about it.
Yeah. You gotta change that direction of the erection. You know.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, I like your goggles now.
Yeah, those are pretty rad. Those are like aviator goggles.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
I will say this, even though this is a simple game, it is the styling of it is fantastic.
It's got great style.
Just up to par, almost up to par with Sword and Shield, I'll say.
Oh, that's true.
Oh. Yeah, no. Sword and Shield. We have to. 90% of the reason now that I play that game, since I've done almost everything except catch every Pokemon, is just like, how do I swag my dude out?
Oh yeah, right.
And we'll teach you guys all about swag next time on Miitopia.
Oh shit.